Hey, it's Dan here, and I'm with Lou. And today I'm going to talk about the 7-day reboot program. I never had a chance to properly introduce it to you, but it's great to have Lou here now because he's actually the one that helped me to be inspired to create this program with some new knowledge. And so it really created a shift when we were talking about my a pound a day program, and you added some of your insight to that. And it made a lot of sense to make a program that was a little bit more easy to do for the average person because of what I call the snapback effect. And I think you probably understand what I mean. People go really well for a few days or even a few weeks on the raw foods, a nice light program, but without the good recipes and the tasty food, snap, they're right back into the drive-through line getting their fast food. So you really made an impact on me that one day. That was about a year ago. And then it took me about 6 months to put the program together, which is it's our first digital product since we stopped selling or producing DVDs. Anyways, we've still got DVDs available. But we're going green, we're going clean, we're getting rid of shipping, and we're going into a place where everything is going to be available instantly. So that's a really good thing, and that's the first opportunity that you have to get some of the educational materials that I have instantaneously. So I call it the 7-day reboot program, and I just was telling Lou about it a little bit, and he had some feedback already, which I'm going to get from him in a minute. But it's a program that's designed, the first hour and a half is a lifestyle program with meditation, stretching, breath work, and rebounding to start you on the path. But each of those exercises, I literally, for beginner, only go 5 minutes. And because I remember when I first started meditating, I could not sit still for 5 minutes. And I will never forget those days. Now I sit easily for an hour. Now I do yoga for an hour easily, that type of thing. And I can do the breath work for long, extended periods of time. So I made it really easy for the lifestyle to get you started on some of those things that are going to help you to start the day off right. Then I go into the another hour and a half of education with the food, which is really important. Lou and I are just talking about how we're doing this work to create a paradigm shift. So the reboot program is just for the average people. It's going to come in handy after the holidays. After everybody's okay, I'll just a few last hurrahs here, for Christmas and New Year's, and then we'll go raw, or then I'll get it together. So it'll be timely for you around the new year too, when you're like, okay, I'm sick of this. I've gained 20 pounds this holiday season and I feel terrible. I drank too much, smoked too much, ate too much, and I argued with too many relatives and I feel terrible. I need to get Dan's 7-day reboot program. So Lou, what I did is I brought in the lifestyle stuff first, which a lot of that you actually taught me, the breath work specifically. Since I met you, that's become a priority. And then the food thing is that's where people get really interested in the water. And then we've got the Pura Cleanse with the orange juice. And then we've got the Lemon Ginger Blast, world famous for that. And then we go with the coconut almond yogurt smoothie, and then a coconut almond yogurt dressing. So there's 7 different smoothies and 7 different salads. So you never get hungry, right? And that's what you taught me, because I would have people eat just the fruits and vegetables. And as you know, I'm sure you agree with me, that's a great way to lose weight. It will melt off of you. But you were so experienced with people over all these 43, 42 years of raw food that you pointed something out one day, and I know it's true because I've had the snapback and everyone else too. And my stepmom, she went on the Lose a Pound a Day program and lost a pound a day for 59 pounds in 60 days. And she's kept it off because she stays on the juicing every day. Well, I found out later she cheated. Maybe she wouldn't have cheated if she had those delicious recipes that you inspired me to make with the coconut almond yogurt, which is very filling, right? And you said within the reboot program, though, that you would bring in the gorilla milk. Now, why would you say that?
Well, I noticed that when you talk about first getting up in the morning and doing the water thing.
Yeah.
But what's before that?
Well, I think that what you might say is to wake up and first thing first, the gratitude, right? Okay, so I left that out of the program too. I'm failing you, my teacher. No, that's a good point though. When you're doing the reboot program or any other time that you wake up in your life.
Or from this moment on is actually to wake up with in the state of gratitude, because this is how I've been able to stay in this lifestyle because of gratitude. Because you see, once you adopt and choose powerfully to love and to respect and honor and appreciate this life as a blessing, and actually be so grateful that you end up taking on this attitude of gratitude kind of thing. And you wake up in the morning naturally, organically, just waking up being happy and thankful and counting your blessings. It's one of the greatest things you could ever do right from the get-go. Right from the very first thing when you first wake up in the morning is to walk into this space. Because being in that space, that's what allows you to drink the good water and to go do your Pura cleanse and do your lemon ginger blast thereafter, and make the almond coconut yogurt or whatever yogurt you make out of seasoned nuts, whatever the case, because there's so many different varieties you can make. But when you're making your smoothies or dressings or soups or the gorilla milk, throughout the day, kind of thing, that was another thing I was going to add into the equation, is to add maybe gorilla milk throughout the day somewhere, because it's such a powerful fuel. It's like a liquid meal in itself. Almond coconut milk mixed with green juice. That's really what the gorilla milk is.
So that's available on the YouTube. We've done that a couple of times. So just Google gorilla milk Lou Corona, and that should come up on my YouTube videos.
I think one of the things we were talking earlier about how we've been so conditioned, so programmed to cook our food and to kill our food before we eat it. And I discovered over many years that it's really true that we don't really have to kill animals to live. We don't have to kill our food to live. We can actually live on raw, living, enzyme-rich, cultured foods.
We're designed for it.
We were designed for it, but yet there's other people out there that write about how that's not the best thing for us.
Grew our brains to cook the flesh over the fire and that type of thing.
But anybody out there, doctors, scientists, or whoever, will say that we shouldn't eat raw foods per se. Then please come to my side and say that, because then I'll invite you to the idea that we'll take our blood out of our bodies and put it on the microscope, under the microscope, and then compare our blood. Because they've checked my blood for years and years and years, and they all say the same thing. They all say it's the cleanest, healthiest blood we've ever seen out of thousands and thousands of people. And the only time I've ever seen people that actually have clean, healthy blood, because I have people from all over the world come to me to be facilitated back to wellness. And every time we see the blood, it's always funky. It always has trapped undigested proteins, trapped undigested carbohydrates, trapped undigested fats, and heavy metals, chemicals, parasites, sluggish livers, stressed out adrenals. The lymphatic system is sluggish, which is part of the immune system, obviously. And when you see all these different things in the blood, it lets you know that whatever they're doing is not working. Because if whatever you're doing, if you're properly living accordingly, your blood would be clean. It would be healthy and it would be vibrant. All your red blood cells would just be round and separate and glowing. That's what are happening.
I'm getting a poem in my head from what you said. So the gratitude puts you in the right mood to eat the right food.
Now you're talking.
So when you're vibrating, it came to me as a download here, to where if you're happy, you're going to resonate with those foods that are going to vibrate higher. Obviously, the raw, living, cultured foods.
It's interesting that you say that, because when you look at food, I mean, some people look at food like it's spiritual food, and then some people look at food like it's just appetizing and fun and enjoyable and tasty and all that. But the idea is that if we can eat food that actually is appetizing, it tastes good, it's satisfying, it's fulfilling, at the same time really feeds you, and it curbs your hunger at the same time, but at the same time actually gives you the absolute nutrition that your body needs to sustain itself, that you actually can actually digest it and process it, metabolize it, and actually convert it into pure energy, building good muscle, hair, skin, and bones, and manufacture the metabolic enzymes and digestive enzymes and hormones and all that you need to be able to produce and manufacture within the body, maintaining what they call cellular integrity. And that's what this is about. It's about helping you and assisting you to know how to actually cleanse your cells, but also how to feed them so they can maintain what they call cellular integrity. And that's why I do some of these physical feats. Even though a guy like myself hasn't worked out for 44 years since high school, and I'm 63, 5'9", 160, but I'm lean, I'm wiry, and pretty strong. And so when I do some of these feats, I do them because I want people to know that they don't have to work out and train for 2 hours every day to be strong and powerful. Even 20 minutes a day of rebounding, a little bit of breath work, stretching and keeping the body limber, it will keep your body healthy and keep it strong.
So that's what the Reboot program is all that lifestyle thing. I left out the gratitude part. I forgot about that. But I think it's probably actually in the lifestyle kind of intermixed. But that's a good thing to point out for everybody. Is I've been working on that, and it makes an amazing difference, and you can shift instantaneously anytime. You could be down in that downward cycle and say, wait a minute.
It's just like when I'm doing the juicing, you came up with a good call, because when I'm doing the juicing and when I'm cleaning the juicer and making the lemon ginger blast as an example, or the gorilla milk, or whatever I'm making, I'm in that state. I'm in that state of gratitude. I appreciate having the unit to extract my plants and drink the essence of them. And I'm appreciating the fact that when I drink the essence and drink that lemon ginger blast, I know that when I drink it, I'm being blasted with all those enzymes and minerals and phytonutrients and chlorophyll, antioxidants, and what have you. But I also know that it's going to cleanse, heal, regenerate, balance, harmonize every cell in my body.
Yeah.
It's going to oxygenate, alkalinize, balance, and harmonize every cell. It's going to neutralize the cells from damaging my cells. Because that's what that drink does. It actually neutralizes free radicals from damaging your cells. That lemon ginger blast is an anti-aging drink. It's one of the most powerful things you can do every day.
Every day.
And the gorilla milk?
Twice a day.
The gorilla milk is one of those kind of drinks that helps feed the cells. Mm-hmm. The first one helps to clean and oxygenate and alkalinize the cells and neutralize them. But the gorilla milk helps to actually feed the cells.
So what I'll do is I'll say, if you get the Reboot program and you want to skip out your smoothie for the gorilla milk, that'd be fine. You could alternate either way, because I've got some great smoothies on there.
Oh, absolutely.
But you do drink the lemon ginger blast every single day, so you get those antioxidants, that power. I love it. I could live off the lemon ginger blast for quite some time. And then all the other foods are prepared in the way that you taught me, to be able to, so that you don't get the trapped proteins, so that you don't get the excess fermenting carbohydrates or the rancid fats. It's all with the coconut almond yogurt, and then it's cultured and broken down, so it's all easily digestible. But like you were saying, I don't think you finished. If we can get the food that tastes good and energizes, that's where you come in. Mm-hmm. And that's why some people, they're like, I'm only going to eat bananas, and then they're back on cooked. Or I'm not going to eat any fat, or I'm going to leave out some group. But when I hang out with you or Tavis, who are a couple of the most successful long-term raw food dudes that I know, you incorporate fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds prepared in a way that's intelligent, and you are able to keep a well-rounded program instead of all these different raw food niches that are like, oh, I can't eat fat, or I just eat all fat, no fruit. instead of really utilizing the bounty of nature. That's what we have on the 7-day reboot, is a really well-balanced program. So it's not just a 7-day program, it's a lifestyle. If you did the 7-day reboot program for life, you would be living the Lou Corona lifestyle, because don't leave out the gratitude, and then throw in the gorilla milk, alternate back and forth between the gorilla milk and the smoothie, and you're golden.
I'd like to point out too that I'm not looking at right or wrong when you go on a juice fast or eat bananas for, some people eat 20 bananas a day, but then they ride a bike for 10 miles. So I'm not saying right or wrong about anything to do with that. But the way I see it, based on my experience, is that these different variety of diets that people go on, they work for a while, but long term, this is the thing.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do long term? So long term, I find, just like the gorillas, they eat mostly greens, they enjoy fruits, they have bamboo, some seeds in between, and so that's basically what I've been doing too. I've been eating mostly greens. I enjoy fruits here and there. But the most important thing that I like to just add, if anything, is to just say to listen. You listen to your insights. Create a relationship with your body. This spiritual relationship we have with God is one thing, and this relationship that we have within our own thinking, and our own emotions, and with our body. This relationship, learning how to listen and communicate in a really powerful way, makes all the difference in the world. So this perspective that you have on life, whatever it is that you attract into your life, it is for a reason, for you to learn from it and grow from it and evolve from it. So embrace your pain, embrace your experiences, good, bad, and ugly, and learn from them so you can evolve and become stronger and wiser and better because of these experiences, as I have. So that's why I now, when I say embrace my pain, or embrace your pain, when I had the big tumor behind my head, or acne and asthma and arthritis, and had constipation problems 42 years ago, I didn't know how to embrace my pain back then. But back then, there was a point where I was going into like victim self-pity type of scenario, feeling sorry for myself.
It happens.
Right? But then one day, when I completely surrendered and was very humbled by this experience, I remember seeking for guidance. But when I received the guidance in the experience that I had, and I was shown some things to do, which I now call the 4 principles to holistic health and wellness, and I took them on, my body started cleansing and healing and regenerating and coming back to wellness. And I felt better than I ever felt. And it's been going on for 42 years, and I'm still here. I'm still, feeling incredible. And that's really what we want for you, is to have an incredible, amazing, healthy, vibrant life, and never get sick, and feel great, and feel happy and excited about every moment of your life. That's what this is about. So you can actually live a peaceful, harmonious, joyous life and prosper in everything that you do. And just perpetuate that, and then push that forward. That's why I'm here right now with you, Dad, because you care enough to put something together that people can at least have an idea how to go about doing their day, so they can have a better life. And thank you for that.
My pleasure, bro. Thank you.
I'm not the one that took the time to put it together. I just been living it and doing it.
Well, you showed me a lot, and I learned a lot, and then I just incorporated everything I had learned and believed and saw worked up until there, and then I added in the stuff you taught me to create a more balanced, long-term, easier transition period for people. I'm really intense, my style, and I can be pretty disciplined and persistent. But it really, but that puts me out of the loop with the average person who's like, how in the heck do I do this, dude? So I designed the 7-day reboot to be really easy, satisfying, and it's actually, I've known you for years, it actually is basically your lifestyle that you use to stay young, healthy, vibrant, strong, and powerful. And so,
but I must let you know, though, that there's so many different recipes that you can spin off of what you put there. I mean, just like you showed them 7 different smoothies, 7 different dressings or whatever, you know, different
That's
salads.
7 different salads, yeah.
Yeah, but you know, all these different entrees that you can make, the raw gourmet burritos and the tostadas and
We are going to
enchiladas.
make some videos starting tomorrow. We'll wrap this one up. This was just my official launch of the 7-day reboot, and Lou just inspired me because, well, you inspired me a year ago to make it, and now it's available, so you can go check out another trailer and learn more about it if you didn't get enough out of this video. And then check that trailer out, and you can decide if you want to pick up the 7-day reboot program. And I think that you are going to definitely benefit from this knowledge. It'll move you forward. And then you can check out the Gorilla Milk on the YouTube if you want to take the Gorilla Milk every other day, because it is very powerful. The smoothies are darn delicious too. That'll give you some more options. And then anybody who's picked up the reboot program and has done it or is doing it and wants to give me some of that positive feedback and or constructive criticism, that's how I learn and grow and make better educational materials for you. And that's all I'm about, is not about so much about me, but how I can take what I know and help you. And so this one here with the 7-day reboot is really, really awesome. And I think they just keep getting better and better. And so thank you very much for watching this video. Thanks for your feedback. I can't check any other emails, but I prioritize absolutely on the Insiders Club. Your overwhelming levels of positivity and support are amazing. So I love to read the emails that come after I send these videos out. So thank you so much for your time. And I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day. I hope you learned something today and you're inspired to take really, really good care of yourself. Thank you, Lou. All right. Love you all.
Love you too.
Peace.
Take care.